Hello, YouTube, and everybody watching. Happy birthday, America, 250th. Happy 4th of July, everyone. It is 250 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And so let's talk about that for a minute, and let's talk about a few other things. First and foremost, I am a slight history buff, which is interesting. American Revolution is not my go-to for history. I'm much more of a biblical history scholar, got my master's in that. But still, I do enjoy all forms of history. And what I do find interesting, and this ties into what I'm going to do now. Now, first and foremost, let me tell you about my week. Hit the gym Monday through Thursday, was off Friday, didn't go to the gym. But I did do 7,000 steps every single day this week. And the 2 days I was going to give up, yesterday and today, I wound up doing it. The reason why I was going to give up is my right leg is very sore above the knee. Every time I start to get into sort of a groove of these sort of things, my body always fights back. I've said this multiple times on the channel, and this is no different. For some reason, my right knee is like, nope. But with all that said, I'm still doing well with my food, except for today. Today I had some fun. Had a slice of pizza, had an Italian ice, bag of chips. I put it all in my app, but still under my app calorie count, which I know Pete's going to be yelling across from Canada saying, no, it doesn't count. You don't need to count calories. You need to start eating more protein, which is true. But at the same token, like I said, knock on wood, I'm okay. I'm still in the same sort of, between 240 and 250 that I'm at. Everything still fits fine. Muscle mass is gaining a little bit. Percentage of body fat is going slow. But why bring this up on the 250th birthday of America? Well, the truth of the matter is that, even though my leg hurt, I still did the walking. I still did what I needed to do because, there were plenty of times during the Valley Forge and, men like Washington and whatnot probably did want to give up. They never told their soldiers this, but the guys on top, they probably were thinking, what are we doing? We're taking on the greatest navy in the world, and we expect to win? And yet, we did. Because the sort of phrase American grit still rang true. It rang true then, and it rings true now. Like I said, you motivate yourself, you do what you need to do. So that's kind of my wrap up within the 250th birthday of America. The longest time I was at the gym this week was Tuesday. The shortest time was Thursday. I could only be there for 15 minutes, but I still was there. And again, even though my leg's killing me, even though I'm trying different workouts to try and motivate my muscle growth and whatnot, yes, having one day of fun like today is not exactly good because I shouldn't be having fun until I'm 100%. But like I said, I know it's happening. I can see it in my, face. I can see it. And the thing that I noticed this week, actually, something I want to point out, the last 2 weeks I've noticed, is that much like, there's this sort of Hollywood illusion that you're going to wake up one day with six-pack abs and, your face is going to be all thin and whatnot. That's obviously an illusion. That's not real. But what's interesting is that every once in a while I can catch a glimpse in the mirror and I can see myself shirtless and I can see a little bit more in, the pelvic area and a little bit more in the upper part of my stomach. And I can see a little bit more of that muscle coming through. And I see glimpses of what I'm going to look like at the end of this journey. So that's kind of cool. Again, you get those glimpses and that just makes you want to just hit the gym even harder, which then your body says, screw you, and your right leg starts to hurt, and here we are. But I'm doing okay. So with that said, I just wanted to end with this because it is Jaws week. So of course, I wanted to end with my Jaws cap on, my Quint cap, and I figure I did this last year, and I do have a short of me doing this, screwing it up, but I'm going to do it again this year. You all know me, you know how I earn a living. I'll catch this bird for you, but it ain't going to be easy. Bad fish. Not like I'm on a pond chasing bluegills or tommycocks. This shark will swallow you whole. a little shaking, a little tenderizing, down you go. Now you gotta do it quick. They'll bring your business back on a paying basis. But it ain't gonna be pleasant. I value my neck a lot more than $3,000, Chief. I'll find him for 3, but I'll catch him and kill him for 10. You gotta make up your minds. You wanna play it smart and ante-up? You wanna play it safe and be on welfare the whole winter? Don't want no baits, don't want no volunteers. Too many captains on this island. $10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing. I actually got goosebumps because I think I did that perfectly. Anyways, I believe in you. Hope you'll believe in me, and have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful week. And I'm going to be doing a couple more videos this weekend, one of which is going to be a review of Jaws 3 and possibly a review of Jaws 1, because I feel like 3 gets a lot of hate, and I want to talk about that. This may be the video that breaks me and becomes my YouTube thing that brings me to YouTube stardom, but I feel like Jaws 3 gets a lot of hate, and it shouldn't. Anyways, with all that said, I believe in you. Hope you believe in me. Have yourselves a great week. Talk to you later. Bye.